Welcome to another video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how to stop a motorcycle, how to slow down a motorcycle, how to brake on a motorcycle. Okay, so this is going to be a straightforward video, so let's get into it. Firstly, when it comes to braking or slowing down a motorcycle, okay, I would like to say that this clutch is just as important as your front and your rear brakes, okay? It shouldn't be the primary way you slow down a motorcycle, right? That's what the brakes are for. But it does play a vital role for two reasons, okay? Number one, this clutch can get you into that neutral gear, right? And if we're familiar with the neutral gear, that means no matter how much you roll on the throttle, once you're in that gear, no more additional power will be added to the motorcycle, right? You won't have to worry about going any faster. You won't have to worry about that throttle making you go any faster than what you already are. So when you find that neutral gear, you can focus more on actually braking at that point, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so finding neutral is important when slowing down, okay? Especially to like a dead stop or something like that. Number two is what happens with these manual transmissions is when you downshift, you initiate engine braking, meaning the lower you go down, let's just say the natural torque of the engine just slows the bike down over time. Okay, so engine braking can be very useful. Okay, a lot of cases you can downshift into a gear, you'll notice the bike will just slow up automatically without you even touching the brakes. That's what engine braking is. Okay, so you can use that to your advantage in certain instincts. Okay, before you even apply the brakes, you can downshift if you know you're about to come to a stop, or you know you're about to come to somewhere, traffic, whatever. You come to an instance where you're gonna have to slow down. Yes, you can go ahead and downshift. You can already start braking ahead of time, is what I'm saying. You can already start slowing the bike down just without even touching the brakes with engine braking. And that's what happens when you downshift. Okay, so we're going to transition to the other side here to where our brakes are. All right, and what I would like to say about this is, it's, I don't know how controversial it is nowadays. Maybe people kind of settle the debate, to be honest, about this front brake and the rear brake. It's like they have ratios from the front brake and the rear brake in terms of how they should be used. And I think not the beginning, but somewhere near the beginning, they're like 70%, you should apply 70% up here and 30% on the rear brake. Okay, that's what they say. And to be honest with y'all, I would like to say that you really should be using 60-40, if not 50-50. Okay, here's my thing. That brake down there, this is here for a reason. It slows down the rear. Okay, this is here for a reason. It slows down the front. Why would you not use these in unison when they're available to you and there's no hindrance to use this rear brake? Okay, the only thing I would like to say about this front brake is if you're going low speed, sure, I'm cool with that. If you're going no more than 15 miles an hour, the front brake is fine. Okay, you're not really going fast. But once you start getting into those higher speeds, you need to incorporate that rear brake. Okay, it's just going to be more efficient braking. Okay, you're going to slow down more efficiently, if I can't say it anymore. You're going to slow down at a better pace. Where the wear is going to be distributed evenly among all the pads and the rotors and everything, but it's going to be more efficient for you to use 60-40 or 50-50. I use this almost, if it's higher speed, I use this almost every time that I use a front brake as well. All right, it's there for a reason. It helps, right? It obviously helps slow the bike down. So just use it, 60-40, 50-50, you know what I'm saying? At high speeds, just use the rear brake as well, just as much as you use this, okay? It's there, so just use it, okay? So without further ado, that's enough talking. let's get on the bike and let's kind of do some demonstrations on how to brake properly. So firstly, like I just said before, if it's low speed, 6 miles an hour, I'm in first gear, pull in the clutch, use the front brake, and you're good, okay? Then you can go to neutral, all right? Once again, if it's low speed, pull in that clutch to remove power, use your front brake, come to a stop, go into neutral, all right? That's how I recommend braking or stopping, slowing down on these lower speed maneuvers, okay? So let's go up a little higher speed now. Let's speed up a little bit. So if there's a stop sign up here, right? Pull in the clutch, front and rear brake. Look how much more efficient that is, okay? Like, we're gonna turn around here. Just look how better the bike slows down when you use both the brakes, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go faster here. A stop sign or wherever, pull in the clutch, front and rear brakes. Like, look how quicker you stop when you use that front and the rear brake, okay? Then you put it in neutral, all right? One more time, you know, higher speeds and stuff like that. Clutch, front brake, rear brake. Come to a stop, you put the thing in neutral, okay? So really, I'm just really incorporating that rear brake when it comes to the higher speed maneuvers. Like I said before, all right? It's there, so you should use it. You should use it. To demonstrate this engine braking, I'm going to speed up. I'm gonna just go to second gear, okay? So look what happens when I downshift. I'm just naturally slowing down to 8 miles an hour. And I ain't even touched the brakes. Not the front brake, not the rear brake, okay? So I'm gonna go back up to second. Let's pick up speed and let's just see what happens. See? It was a little jolt right there. Make sure you rev match when you downshift. But look how naturally I'm slowing down and I haven't even touched the brake. So that is the power of engine braking. So it definitely should be used. It happens naturally when you downshift, so you should use it to your advantage, all right? You know, let's go up to second. You know, maybe I see something up ahead or something like that. Maybe I'm a little cautious. Just downshift. You know, you have to downshift anyways, you know what I'm saying? So you can assess the situation, get your reaction time up there. But just downshift in the first, you can always go back up, all right? So that's the engine braking thing that I was referring to. And like I said, I'm in first gear right now and I am going 10 miles an hour. But just to demonstrate, I'm in neutral right now. So no matter what happens, I'm not gonna go anywhere, okay? Do I recommend just going into neutral like that? Nah, it just use the methods that I just shown, but just going to show the power, just show the importance of being in neutral. In neutral, I shifted to second. I didn't mean to do that. I'm in neutral now, all right? Obviously, you can't shift. It's sequential, so you can't shift from fifth, fourth to neutral. But when it comes to these lower speed maneuvers, if you're feeling a little, like I said, at any point you're feeling like uncomfortable with the motorcycle, you just got her, something like that, you feel a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to go to neutral, all right? So you can maybe get a little break or something like that. I'm in 5. You can slip it in neutral, all right? Or if you're in second, you can get into neutral. This is just low speed stuff though. I wouldn't do any of this for high speed stuff. Just low speed stuff, and you're just a little nervous or whatever, right? Neutral is your best friend when it comes to that as well. But just to do a little recap, guys, lower speeds, clutch, brake, you know, get back in neutral, all right? Higher speeds, clutch, front and rear brake, I went in third, neutral. All right, like I said, engine braking, use that to your advantage. You know, slowing down naturally. All right, you don't even have to brake in this instance. It could be substituted for braking in some instances, okay, or slowing down in some instances. Okay, hope this video helped you guys out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for watching. Until the next one, I will see y'all soon.